Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus once again, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people. What that basically means is peace, prosperity, and joy, which is a result of the common needs of all human beings for survival, which includes clothing, food, shelter, education, health care, and to make sure that enough of these things are available to all people. Everybody has a job, a career of their own choosing. This, as I can see it from that spirit that lives within inside me, brings about the peace, the prosperity, and the joy and a new world. But I have to say today that the American people have lost their minds. Craziness going on everywhere. And they walk around business as usual. Hypocrisy on Bush's face every time you see him. Cheney making fun and laughing at the people. Clinton and the current Secretary of State furthering the lie. The commission that was dedicated to find the truth lied, bombing civilians and children overseas. People talking but doing nothing. Look at social media. Everybody's talking about the lies and talking about what went on and saying that something should be done, that we should quit just taking stuff, and yet it's all talk. You know, to follow the unseen spirit is what I'm committed to do. When I think about all of this hellishness going on, and then the powers that be put before us, two individuals which more than half of the nation can't stand, and tell us that this is our choice for the next representative, because the representative does not serve the people, but it serves the power that be. And the powers that be don't give a damn about the people. And these are their choices, because these people will bow down and do anything for the powers that be. But I choose to follow the unseen spirit. Truth is nothing to the people of this nation. And America, as far as I can see, is nothing but an instrument of demonic activity. And for me, it can go to hell. And when the New World Order, through FEMA, does this roundup for people who were dissidents, people who didn't want to have anything to do with this junk, you can choose me for the first one. Let me be the first one to be picked up. And let me be the first one to have his brains blown out. Because to me, I consider it the greatest act for truth. The greatest act for truth. And just think about it, ladies and gentlemen. For oil, for money, and it's really not about money. It's about power. It's about control. And for the American people who think they have been so into it, to sit back and buy all of these lies, tell us that we've been brainwashed, manipulated, and controlled to the max. And not only just the American people, but the people who say they love God are going right along with this. So busy trying to make sure that their rent is paid, that their mortgage is paid, that these church buildings are paid, that they have limousines and jets. And, you know, I think about sometimes the people who believe in the Bible. They tell us that straight and narrow is the way. Few there be that find it. And you got mega churches with tens of thousands of people. I wonder when they go home and look at the TV and they see all these thousands of people where they were just a part of. Do you think that these people headed to heaven? They said there's a big old gate. A big gate. And all kinds of folks are following that gate and that path to hell. Now, doesn't that seem like the mega churches are on that path? Because they are acting just as blind as everybody else. And so, to be honest, with the American people, as long as you can be this dumb, as long as you can close an eye to reality, then you are making this. The fact that you got people behind the curtain, they are there because they want to be there. They are staying there because you don't have what it takes to get them out. For me, I have committed myself, and as far as I can remember or think of right now, out of all the stuff I've done in the past and the sacrifices that have been made, I got a ticket for speeding. And you think I'm going to go in there and let these people who go along with everything that goes on in this country, all the bombing, whether it's overseas or here, all of the destruction, World Trade Center, killing folks, all of the stuff that's going on, and they going right along, business as usual, and they think I'm going to play that game. You're not going to get a penny from me for speeding. I know what that means. You might try to give me community service. If it's really doing something, helping somebody, I'll do it because it gives me a chance to speak out. And if you try to do anything other than take my money, you can forget it. Maybe you want to take my driver's license. Don't mean a thing. I'm going to drive anyway. And when you stop me, I'm going to fight the same fight I will fight anytime. Then you might want to take my car if I got one. I'm going to fight the same fight I've been fighting all the time because you, my friends, are responsible, just as responsible as those Illuminatis, just as responsible as those who champion the New World Order, just as responsible of all those secret societies with sticking your head in the sand. Sticking your head in the sand. You, my friends, are just as responsible as the guys who set up that World Trade Center. You. Why? Because you didn't do anything about it. You see the experts telling you what happened, and you let some people who just did politics, who don't know a darn thing about stuff like this, come and tell you it was some foreigners, somebody trying to get even with us because of our freedoms. What freedom? Americans don't have freedom anymore. We just waiting right here for somebody to clap upside the head with a hammer. You don't have any freedoms. If you knew what freedoms were, oh baby, you wouldn't be digging this. But I got a sense of freedom. Right now it comes to me individually. And my activity after this and so forth will represent that freedom. I'm not asking you to follow it. No, I am not. Listen, let me say to all Americans, I'm not asking you to follow my freedom. I'm not asking you to believe in God. I'm asking you to think about this thing, and you be well aware of what your actions are going to bring you. It's going to bring you what it's going to bring you, but it's on you. For me, I've made my choice, and I'm going to live with it. And I can say this, I'm not happy at what's going on in the world. That's why I'm going to reject it. But I am happy that I have rejected it. I am thrilled about that. And somebody say, bring it on. I'm not going to fight you. You want to kill me? I'm going to let you. Why? Because that's what you are. You're a killer. And I'm not talking about you, America, even though you will go along with it. But the powers that be, killers. Well, I think I talked about 8 minutes. I thought I was going to talk about 3. Oh, yeah, let me tell you one other thing. Tonight, I went to the city council meeting in Woodbury, Minnesota. And I wanted to say to the council what I've just explained to you. Because these people are busy making sure that they keep the norm going. They don't have a chance to recognize, to entertain, to study, to research, to find out what's going on. They listen to this mainstream media being dumbed out. They don't know. But I went there to say to them, and I want you to know, I sat there and looked at these people, and for the first time in a long time, I was really nervous. The thing that got me nervous is because I thought I was going to have about 10 minutes to make a presentation, and on my way up, I found out I had 2 minutes. Threw me off guard. The things that I wanted to say just had to fly to the window. Made me a little nervous because I couldn't be smart in my presentation. I just went from Jump Street. But I did it. I did it. I shared with them. Do I expect them to do anything? Of course I do. But are they going to? I doubt it. So I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, stop talking about the problem and start doing something. Unite with others if you can. But if you can't, do it on your own. But I'm only talking to the people who are at that level right now. Those of you who are still dumb, you're going to be dumb. You're going to be dumb till somebody slap you side your head. You're going to be dumb till somebody punch you in your mouth. You're going to be dumb until somebody lay your butt in a coffin and your toes sticking up to the sky. You're going to be dumb until there is no more you. Doesn't that sound sad? But the American people have lost their minds. Bye-bye.